Hi day traders! What is the underlying reason for Bitcoin's crash? Is it the right time now to buy US stocks? When will stock indexes hit the bottom? Let's discuss these issues in the evening video. Yesterday, the US stock market tried to reverse upwards in the early session. The S&P 500 even jumped by 1.5% in the first trading hours. However, large investors took advantage of this growth for sell-offs. Thus, the stock market closed in the red on Thursday. All in all, stocks declined for 3 days in a row. The Dow Jones slipped by 0.9%. The Nasdaq closed 1.3%. Technical analysts think that the Nasdaq settled in the bear market as it had tumbled by 2,000 points or 12.5% from 16,200 points, the high of November 22. The S&P 500 plunged by 7% from the high on November 18. The index lost another 1.1% lower on Thursday. This price action is called a bearish reversal, meaning that the market is ready for a new fall. Today, futures on the S&P 500 are again trading lower at 4,482. The expected corridor is seen between 4,440 and 4,520. Sentiment of Wall Street investors is turning sour due to the looming rate hike by the US Fed. At the same time, the current levels could be a nice opportunity to enter the market cautiously with the long positions. A downturn in the major stock indexes benefits the US dollar. The US economy remains healthy. For example, according to the report on the US housing market released yesterday, existing home sales expanded by 8.5% in 2021 from a year ago. Americans bought 6.12 million units last year, so sales recovered to the strongest levels recorded in 2006. On the back of soaring inflation and loose monetary policy, investments in real estate look lucrative. As for the US dollar, it seems to be getting favor with investors. Market participants are pricing in the first rate hike in March. Anyway, next week, investors want to have some clarity from the US Fed on the timeline for monetary tightening. Following yesterday's advance, the greenback is taking a pause today. Its index is trading in a tight range between 95.30 and 95.90. Perhaps the index will remain in this range before the Federal Reserve unveils its policy decisions on Wednesday. The USD CAD pair is likely to go up as oil prices are trading lower today. The macroeconomic data such as retail sales and new home sales, which are due today, could make some impact on the loonie. We see that the USD CAD pair has found a strong bottom at nearly 1.2450. It's now trading at about 1.2527. The pair is likely to hold in the corridor between 1.2480 and 1.2560. In the meantime, Bitcoin is going through a rough time. The price has plummeted by almost 12% for the last 24 hours. The flagship cryptocurrency fell from $43,500 on Thursday to $38,500, the lowest level since August 2021. What's actually going on? In essence, the same is happening in the stock market. The prospects of aggressive monetary tightening assure investors to leave risky assets like shares and digital tokens. In other words, the outlook for Bitcoin is bearish with a less money supply. Today, its price skidded lower to $37,800. The expected corridor for the crypto is defined between $42,520 and $37,500. Here is a summary of the North American session on Friday, January 21. Trade at profit with the InstaForex and take care. See you on Monday.